Did you know that the motion of a simple pendulum helped shape the invention of modern clocks? Stick around as we explore the simple pendulum and its terminologies. What is a pendulum? It is an object hanging from a fixed point that swings back and forth. According to the pendulum law, the pendulum takes the same amount of time to make one complete swing, that is, to swing back and forth. Pretty cool, right? This discovery by Galileo led to the invention of the pendulum clock, a revolutionary tool for accurate timekeeping in the 17th century. Did you know? In 1656, Christian Huygens perfected the pendulum clock, making it accurate to within seconds per day. Before that, clocks were off by hours. A simple pendulum consists of a bob attached by a string from the supporter. The length of the pendulum, L, is the distance from the supporter to the middle of a bob. The bob is able to swing forth and back freely. What terms are used to describe the pendulum? The first term is oscillation. Oscillation of the pendulum is the swing of the bob back and forth. One complete oscillation is the swing of the bob forth and back to its starting point. For instance, the pendulum makes one complete oscillation when it swings from point A through point B to point C and back to point A. The other term used to describe the pendulum is the period, which is denoted by uppercase T. The period of the pendulum is the time taken to complete one oscillation. The period of the pendulum is calculated by the formula T equal T over N, where the uppercase T is the period in seconds. The lowercase t is the time taken for the oscillations made by the pendulum, and N is the number of oscillations. The other term used to describe the pendulum is frequency. The frequency of the pendulum is the number of oscillations completed in 1 second. Frequency is measured in hertz. The formula for calculating frequency is F equals 1 over T, where F is the frequency of the pendulum and T is the period of the pendulum. There are two factors that affect the period of the pendulum. These are the length of the pendulum, L, and the acceleration due to gravity, which is simply the gravitational force. The length of the pendulum is directly proportional to the period of the pendulum. The longer the length, the larger the period of the pendulum. And when the length of the pendulum increases, the period also increases. The gravitational force is inversely proportional to the period of the pendulum. The stronger the gravitational force, the smaller the period of the pendulum. So, when the gravitational force increases, the period of the pendulum decreases. Take note of this incredible fact. The mass of the bob doesn't affect the period of the pendulum. Whether it's 1 kilos or 10 kilos, the period remains the same. Physics is magical, isn't it? To recap, a pendulum is an object hanging from a fixed point that swings back and forth. The pendulum can be used to measure time. The terms used to describe the pendulum are oscillation, which is the swing of the bob back and forth, period, which is the time taken to complete one oscillation, and frequency, which is the number of oscillations completed in 1 second. The factors that affect the period of the pendulum are the length of the pendulum and the acceleration due to gravity, which is simply the gravitational force. The longer the length of the pendulum, the larger the period. The stronger the gravitational force, the smaller the period of the pendulum.